Oh, it's loud. I need to fix things here. Oh, that's about how I like it. Okay. Oh, I'm ready now, give or take. I need to fix things here. Oh, that's about how I like it. Okay. Oh, crap. I accidentally unplugged my monitor for a sec. Alright. A week off, and you forget what you're doing. There's a big Toys R Us bag behind me. Don't get too excited. It contains Duplo for a friend's child. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. 7 days. Right? That's kind of crazy. So, what are we going to do here? My goal was going to be to get all the casters first, because their levels matter marginally more. So I want to get Realm next. So let's do that. Here we are, Final Fantasy VI Classic, the game where I semi-arbitrarily hacked it in a hack that has some flaws and thus probably won't be released. Such that I'm always going to have a party of Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage. Yeah. Am I satisfied with how this is planned out here? Siren. Don't have a lot of Espers for Terra. You know what? Maybe I should grab Mog, because he has more learning to do. And he likes to say Kupopo. Crap, who did I just have? I only have one Knight. I had Sabin as my White Mage, again, because he has more learning to do than Terra. I only have one Thief, and it's Gao. And so we're going to pick Mog now as my Black Mage. Setzer also... I think Mog has more learning to do. I think this is the right choice. Bonus, and maybe I'll consider it, I can use the Molulu's Charm to avoid random battles. Should I do that? I don't know. I don't see a reason to. If I get frustrated with random battles, I'll just do that. What's Mog learning? Looks like it freed. Yeah, may as well. Does he have poison? Yes. Does he have everything he can learn from weapons? Probably. Oh, not gravity. Okay, stick with the gravity rod. The Chocobo rope teaches something. And the triangle hat teaches something, and I think that's slow and he already has it. So maybe he should equip a better helmet. Hard to say what's better and not, though. The triangle hat seems just fine. Relics. He probably wants some earrings. Earrings are always nice for a caster. Yeah, this is good. We got the Knight super decked out for high damage. Just to share something with a little bit of levity to it, there was this funny conversation my wife and I just had. As you know, I have celiac disease. Sometimes with celiac disease, you encounter some gluten, and you have a couple bad days. Without getting too gruesome, I'll just say you'll have a couple bad days. I have a little bit of money. Let's look at this. So my wife says to me, "Are you still having problems with your butt?" And I replied, what was it exactly that I said? I said, I think that's all on its way out, is what I said. I think it's all on its way out. And she started laughing. She thought I was the most clever person, but I didn't even think to make the joke. But then afterwards, I was like, yeah, I'm taking credit for that. That's a pretty good bonus. I lose the strength, but it's a pretty big defensive boost. I like this music a lot. Oh, I want to get snipers. Crystal Sword is also nice. I would really like snipers, though. Maybe I can... I don't want to sell a lot of things, but maybe I'll get a little bit of money and walk out of here. This is the music that, little known fact, appeared in Final Fantasy II. Or was unused in Final Fantasy II. I wonder if these guys actually use that charm attack against me. For those who are less informed, there's a ability in the game called Charm, mainly a monster ability, and it is associated with these Rafflesia things. I forget what their... Nightshade was the original name in the original US version. And it's weird, because it's kind of a status effect, but there's no way to be resistant to it. And it causes a target to constantly attack its allies, and just cannot be resisted in any way. And it's possible for the player to access it through a fairly obscure rage ability for Gao, and that's the only way. Oh, I want to talk to the Emperor twice. Yeah, that Rafflesia rage, consequently, is crazy overpowered. Through what's probably an oversight, but it's crazy overpowered. Well, that's some serious blindness we got going on there. And I'm not super keen on that, but probably not going to fix it. Well, maybe I will. Oh, Moogle suit. That's nice to find. And Moogle suit, I think I left in as just a... It's available for certain characters based on their size. It's got no real special features, though. It's a reasonable... It's got its original stats, I believe. Attacking the Dancer with Gao, both because he gets to hit it in the back, and he's got the Man-Eater equipped, which does extra damage to humanoid targets. So he should be able to kick its butt pretty easily. Didn't seem it made a big difference. Nice to play. So I haven't played for 7 days. Thought I should play. Especially Isaac, who has been watching my videos on YouTube and commenting, was... Oh, hey, it's Brian. No, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to stay up for an hour or so. When did you get here? I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Anyway, this guy Isaac, who's been commenting on my YouTube video, says, don't stop playing, so I guess he must have thought I totally fell off the wagon. And I kind of did, because the strike ended. So I've been on strike, and my streaming ramped up a little bit. But, yeah. Nice to be back at work. But I'm managing the revised workload plan reasonably well, so I thought I'd reward myself here. Oh yeah, I'm a party animal. Man. You know, when you and I used to do anything, Brian, we would you know, there's pretty much no way we'd ever go to bed before 1. And now I'm not even sure I could. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm a wimp. I want those guys that throw knives to be dead. So let's arrange that. Oh. I like that you wrote the letter I. That's good. You're no longer a night person either, yeah. Well, you know, it doesn't hurt that I'm generally up at 6 every day, or earlier. Oh, that's gonna be no good, yeah. Lifesaver's a counter, huh? That's a very unfortunate counter. Yeah, for me it's more about my children than about working 9 to 5. I mean, 9 to 5 is a factor, but just the same. How many days do I actually start before, like, 10? 1. I have 1 day a week when my usual day starts before 10. So, frankly, if it weren't for being woke up much earlier, oh, that's funny, getting the Moogle suit there, then I'd probably sleep in more. You know, I don't usually have steel when I do this dungeon, because it's easy to recruit Locke towards the end, and he's the only one with steel normally, so this is actually kind of interesting. These enemies I'm noticing are hitting pretty hard. I'm taking actual damage that Prey doesn't instantly fix. They get up at 5 AM. Till they hit their tweens? What the hell? Well, lately all my kids have been sick. I guess that's another thing affecting my ability to stream. The 3-year-old in particular seems to have an ear infection, which is a thing kids like to do. So, yeah, that makes him wake up a little earlier. Or irregularly, perhaps I should say. Dodge, roll away from the damage. You mean do a barrel roll? Is that what you mean to say? You want me to do a barrel roll? There's no barrel roll in this game. Let's do something to hasten the nature of this battle. And by that I don't mean cast haste, although that would be a logical conclusion. You know that thing? It happens in at least one Zelda game and at least one Mario game, where you roll to lessen the impact from a fall. I'm pretty sure that's not rooted in reality. I don't think that if you're falling a giant distance, you can roll to make your fall hurt less. I'm starting to think video games aren't all 100% realistic. Oh, jeez, that was significant. Yeah, Adam's monk characters. His monk character, the one was super duper based around mobility. Oh, that's not cool. Increasingly, I think I might want to equip the Moogle Charm. I think I might do that, because, you know, it's not... Most areas in this game don't have that many encounters, and I'm gaining a lot of levels. And levels are nice, but kind of the point of coming here is being able to recruit a character at a lower level. Also, everyone's missing. What's up with that? We don't miss in this game. Everyone's missing like crazy. We broke the curse. I was thinking about our D&D campaign, Brian. I think I've kind of talked D&D on the stream before. If you're not preventing the damage, just continuing motion so you never hit the ground. Right. And if you're falling towards the ground and miss, that's also how you fly. I'm going to equip the Moogle Charm. There's a few forced battles here anyway. We're going to be okay with this. Yeah, well, I'm going to want to get these chests. I think they're all monsters in a box. Jumping on a falling rock to get higher. Yeah. I guess that's the thing. Mario does it a lot. Mario also does this thing. This is a fun thing I've noticed playing so many Mario games. There's this phenomenon where there can be a bullet being shot away from you, and you jump into the back of the bullet moving away from you and die. And I'm just picturing the real-life equivalent of that when, say, the Flash is running at... Say there's a bullet and it's shot at something close to the speed of sound, and the Flash runs at something at the speed of sound. I don't know how fast the Flash is, I'm just saying the Flash because it has to be moving quickly. Speed of sound -1. +1. So that he can catch up to it. How the hell would that hurt him, right? Running into the back of a bullet, moving forward, sounds stupid. Damn unrealistic video games. Mario physics. D&D talk. We've had this D&D campaign, and with at least 2 very large breaks, it's been a D&D campaign that's been... How long? More than 10 years, I think. I think it was about 2006 or so we would have started, right? Do you have any idea when we started, Brian? And, epic in nature. Well, kind of. I don't know. Increasingly, I find people are more aware of really good DMs because of things like Twitch and Penny Arcade, yeah. And so I start to feel like maybe I'm like a really crappy DM. I think to some extent I'm doing the things the players want, which is we had a very combat-oriented, growth-oriented, let you guys do what you want type campaign. I liked it. I felt good about it most of the time, but it's also, you know, there's planning, and we had scheduling problems every so often, so fell off the wagon every few games, I guess. And we were so close to what was kind of the final dungeon, right? And there's a really good plan for the final dungeon. I'm still not going to spoil it, because I still think it's super cool. And I'm not even kidding. And this has been an idea I've had for like 2 years. Where was I going with this? Still want to do it. And I was kind of like, how am I going to deliver this? Or is anyone going to care? Can we switch to a new edition? I know we all wanted to switch to a new edition. 5th edition is kind of cool. It plays so much faster than Pathfinder. And I like Pathfinder. I like the things Pathfinder represents. I like the amount of material for Pathfinder. I like the amount of freedom with Pathfinder. I think there's a lot of neat things about Pathfinder. But it's just so mathy. And if you don't have crazy macro systems, it's a bit of a headache. Unless you're maybe super roleplay oriented, and then the combat matters less. But that's not the way we run things, I guess. I like Pathfinder, but I like the idea of switching to 5th edition, because I've enjoyed my exposure to 5th edition. Which, by the way, I haven't played 5th edition for a very long time. Because I was playing with another friend, and that's kind of been on hold since at least March. For, you know, reasonable reasons. Anyway. I was gonna say I'm gonna have Gao backstab the kitty, and for some reason that sounded like filthy in my mind. Does that make sense? Backstab the kitty? Is that supposed to sound wrong, or is that just me? Anyway. So I was like, how else could we deliver the campaign? If we switch to 5th edition, there's too many things that won't convert. In particular, our friend Josh's character, who has already had, I think, 2 conversions, right? Or he had a rough conversion from a rogue who had the prestige class assassin in 3.5 edition. He ended up changing completely, fairly completely, to a slayer in Pathfinder. Anyway, but there's no equivalent to a slayer. There's no real equivalent to an assassin in the 5th edition materials, not without some serious homebrew action anyway. House rules, I should say. As well, the barbarian would convert cleanly. The magic archer would just need to be, you know, a little more focus on it. He would be basically a mage who happens to use a bow, and there's ways to make that work. Who else did we have in there? Oh yeah, the new character. He's no longer a thief. We changed him to Slayer, which happens to be kind of a thief ranger mix. So he's filling the role of the thief. He also has always been a significant damage dealer. He's about positioning because of backstab and such, but he's been a significant damage dealer, and he's dual wielding now. So, and really, he's always been about the dual wield. So when he gets the good hits, they're strong, good hits. He seemed to. With all the golems in the current campaign, he certainly hasn't really been performing at his usual level. I want what's on this bookshelf. The other character is one of those characters that blends divine magic and arcane magic. And that's tricky. I don't even honestly know what the ability is to have a character like that in 5th edition. I think... what's it even called? Mystic Thurge? I think it exists. I don't know. Well, we should probably slow her anyway, right? Someone who did nice good hit. Yeah, Fine Down stayed strong in every part of the campaign, didn't he? No surprise there. We'll keep that Flame Tongue on. That does nice and strong against the boss here. That does strong. Because that's how I talk. Do strong. I forget if there's anything worth stealing here. Yeah, that fire that's gonna be nice here. Oh, but that's not. Okay, nothing good to steal. Is there any useful debuffs? Not really. I don't want to eat another Fyra before I've had a chance to heal. It looks like magic prompts those counters. Normally I don't worry about it too much. Like, the characters come in with their specials and they're strong enough that you don't have to think too hard about the abilities you're using. Yeah, Fine Down can hit like a truck. And he would be perfectly fine if he was a 5th edition character. Oh, dang it. Because, I mean, a barbarian... They have neat new abilities, like the rage powers in Pathfinder helps make the barbarians feel distinct. But we kind of know what barbarians are all about, right? They hit guys. Which is funny, because you played him like such a barbarian. Like, he would run into danger, which is funny when... Oh, I'm gonna hit the lady. That's too bad. When two of your allies have been so much about I'm semi-concentrating on the battle now. So much about positioning. When positioning matters a great deal, and Fine Down just runs in and hits things, it doesn't work super well, I find. Sometimes it got better. Okay. What would make things better here? Shell would make things better. And yet he also knew when to stop attacking, when it's better to not attack the overpowered monster. You know, that's completely true. I back you up on that one because of the time when the party almost completely died against a stone golem that they were not prepared to fight. Who died there? Tick died? No, Brian... Fine Down died. I mean... was knocked out, if that's what it was. I don't remember, honestly, how bad it was at the time. But you remember the time I'm talking about. We had a near party wipe. Adam died? That was pretty epic, that particular day. There was no reason for that to be so bad, but it was. Uh-oh. They're gonna hit the girl twice. So, if you're not aware of what's happening on the game, the boss has two forms, one of whom is the real target, and attacking the wrong one causes problems. You see this all the time, right? Basically in Final Fantasy. Oh good, it's switching back. That means Mog's gonna hit the right one with fire. That might even end the battle. Because we've done a fair bit of damage. Adam died first? Okay. Oh, nuts. Well, I guess it seems to be on a timer. So we'll waste time and hope that that solves the problem. So I've been thinking about ways to end the campaign, and I kind of know what I would do if we stuck with Pathfinder. I like the idea of switching to 5th edition, but I think it would be disruptive, and we're so near the end that it would be a good thing to push through. It's kind of a matter of when I'm going to get my crap together to put it in motion. No one else has really been nagging me, even though when we get together, I've seen Adam like once this year, and when I did, we got talking about it, and he was like, yeah, let's do it, but then we didn't, so... I don't like that Mog has Doom status right now, but I need to wait until that thing's a demon before I kill it. So, recently there was a Humble Bundle that was a bunch of RPG Maker software, and I was like, what if I actually made a game out of our campaign? But then I was like, is that really going to be so simple? I really have no experience with RPG Maker, I've never played with it or anything. But it just seems like that would be an interesting way to deliver the end of the... Oh, fuck. End of the campaign is literally making it a game you can just play when you want. This is suddenly taking a turn for the worse. This is taking a significant turn for the worse. This is taking a really bad turn for the worse. Finish and ready to go. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I like playing with things like that, but making a whole game of any kind of reasonable quality sounds like it would be ridiculously time-consuming. It's a fun idea, I think. Oh, and then the damn thing decides to change. I'm using a lot of items. And because I had the Moogle charm on, I'm not gonna... at the start of this dungeon, I was like, let's earn money. I'm not gonna earn much money. Super. It would be interesting because... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I mean, of course I am. We have trouble keeping up with what's happened in our campaign because we've been on a break for, what, a year now. And no one remembers why we're doing the things we're doing, even though we kind of want an ending. No one remembered, like, we had a very large break between two segments of an overarching campaign. And I don't think people remember certain things that do, in fact, have at least subtle or weak tie-ins. They exist, and I don't think that my players are very aware of them. It'll be fun to have a debrief when we do finish. I don't know, we should probably just find a stupid way to finish. I'd love to tell you we could do it over a Christmas break, but guess what? The strike has resulted in most of the colleges in Ontario having little Christmas breaks. Very short ones. That took a long time. I've never had that much trouble fighting that boss. Not even in, like, Brave New World. Have a movie recap made. Is that what you want, Brian? You want to hear me talk more? That's why you're here, isn't it? What'll take longer, waiting for the movie to be produced or waiting for me to make the game in RPG Maker? I could see us having like one fairly concerted marathon session that would wrap things up with a little bit of kind of like an interlude, like an explanation as for why you're basically at the end boss dungeon, so to speak. And there's still other threads we could investigate, but I think we want this campaign to be over, such as it is. Whether we tie into any established mythology or whatever, we'll leave up to whoever's in charge next. I need to get away from this crap. No long, which has more Excel sheets involved? I would have to think RPG Maker. Game planning, based on how long it takes me to plan a hack and how many spreadsheets I use, it's gotta be that. Who doesn't love a good Excel sheet? Oh, I forgot to get Realm. That was stupid. Wonder if I should go up to the first treasure room while I'm here. I forget what it holds. But Fanatic's Tower is going to be very different under this set of variant play constraints. So. Did Mog learn Drain or no? Oh, he did. Whoops. You know what I might kinda consider is walking up the damn tower and getting all the treasure. Because there is some freaking awesome treasure. I just didn't get Realm again, didn't I? What a dolt I am. Goodness. One last epic gaming session to finish the game would be cool. It'd take a couple days off just for that. Yeah. It would be pretty great. We'd all be pretty sick of each other by the end, I'm sure. Oh, I'm not going to do it again. Mog is definitely the guy with the most black magic to learn. I think Sella's had nothing to learn, but we also gained Lakshmi. Oh, and he learned his... Okay. What else do you have to learn, Sabin? Not that. He has to learn Confuse and Silence and Kiraga. Well, call me crazy, but I like the idea of learning things more quickly. Oh, I forgot to unequip Hector. This is gonna take forever. Not as long as waiting for my D&D campaign, but... We had a whole year worth of hanging out the way that... Yeah, that's kind of how we seem to operate now. I'm not sorry I had kids, but I recognize that it's had minor negative impacts on certain aspects of our lives. Well, I guess enhancer is the right thing. And really there's no point in equipping relics. We got the Moogle charm on, and without it we'd be kind of dead in the water. So I'll keep her equipped for when we leave. But I think the idea is we might snipe a few treasures and get Strago. That didn't look right. Oh yeah, you're super to blame, man. Dumbass, she says. I wonder how close that is to being an accurate translation. He thought his granddaughter was dead, so he joined a cult. That's what happened. It's a perfectly realistic situation. You know, I only just kind of realized, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday early. That's pretty cool. I used to get to chat with you around your birthday. Speaking of moving to fucking Quebec, don't get to see you on your birthday. We all join cults when we think loved ones are dead. Yes, I have every damn time I join a cult. Okay, those items are not especially useful. I mean, safety bit is good, but I'm not going to equip it. I'm going to walk up the tower a little bit, so you're going to see a little bit of stairs. Look at my Facebook to see what my team made for my birthday. Yeah, I'm really bad at Facebook. I don't really get on there too much. Basically, when I need something from someone, I look at it. But I can have a peek. That's important, I guess. You don't use Twitter. I have, you know, my personal Twitter account and then my gaming-related Twitter account. And, yeah, well, I wish you a happy birthday there, but it won't mean anything to anyone. Oh, I don't want to fight that dragon yet. Oh, cool! I didn't know that was there. That is Terra's sword from the Game Boy thingy. Why is it there? I don't remember why I do things. It's very powerful. I might have broke the game a little bit getting that weapon. What is the Apocalypse replacing? Some weapon. It had to be another fairly powerful weapon, which is kind of silly because you can't even use weapons in this tower, which is why I'm avoiding the enemies. Force armor. That's super nice to have. Oh, I don't want to go up there. I'm going to do this tower during this playthrough, but it will not be right now. I have to do it now. I was thinking of doing something stupid, but been lazy about actually doing so. You're talking about Twitter? So I got the 2 Twitter accounts. One of them is listed down below, and it's my gaming one. And I try to keep it fairly active. I have something pop up there every day or two. So on my sister's birthday, I had this fun thing about, it turns out, and I mean, she doesn't follow me on Twitter, but I brought it to her attention because I thought it was funny. But I pointed out that, and I mean, she follows my real account on Twitter, but she doesn't follow my gaming activity. But one of my nephews does now, so. Anyway, her birthday is the same day as the main villain of this game. So there was some commentary on that. Yeah, I'm Mr. Fancy Pants with 2 Twitters. I should probably have a bunch of Twitters. I should probably be the guy managing the one for like my academic school, because I don't know. I like TweetDeck. I like doing things with Twitter. I'm glad I got that sword. Man, that's gonna be good. Okay, what do we do now? We should do... is there any dungeons where you don't recruit a character? Maybe we should do Phoenix Cave. Maybe we should do a dungeon where we won't get a character, even though we can. And that's because I'm not going to pick up the optional characters until... Well, maybe not at all. But, yeah. We can walk through the Go-Go dungeon and just get awesome treasures, right? How about that Force Armor? Do I want to use that? It's pretty good. That's pretty amazing, actually. Can a thiefy guy use it? Hey, he can. I think I'll keep it on the knight. And I can do it with the Moogle Charm, which it seems really like I'm cheating. Oh, whoops. Nothing. Are there any forced encounters here? I could probably fight them. No new characters. Yeah, see, I kind of don't want to get more characters until I've done optional areas. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm not gaining levels. Now that I've got all the casters, I can gain some levels. So let's do that. Let's, do I have an extra hero ring? No, I don't. Okay. That's good then. Pump up the Moogle damage. Is it this one or 7 where a couple of stats do nothing? It's both. 7 has that problem too, but it started here. Actually, you know what? That's a long-standing problem with Final Fantasy, because even in the first game, the intelligence stat did nothing. But 7 had the magic defense stat do nothing. This game had the evade stat do nothing. I think there was probably a couple stats that did nothing in Secret of Mana, for what that's worth. Why is Realm's level so low? That missed. That's strange. Oh, I thought she was using... the gut thing was using... Inhale and it missed, but it was gravity. I don't want to get hit by gravity, I want to get eaten. Priorities. Yeah, the testing for these games had to be kind of wonky. Here's another funny one. I've shared this fact before, but it's a fun fact. Final Fantasy I had this goofy oversight, such that there was a whole bunch of elemental weapons and specific weapons like the dragon sword, super effective against dragons. They didn't use the word super effective. And it didn't work at all, and I guess no one noticed in testing because the effect was a little bit minor. The exact same bug was in Secret of Mana, which, it turns out, was programmed by the same dude. So the same guy made the same mistake, working for the same company, but about 5 years apart. It's kind of strange. How strong is Realm with that new weapon? I bet it's going to make a big difference. Oh, that wasn't very strong. I wonder if they resist lightning. Look at that thing. That thing's gigantic. Yeah, make yourself invisible right before I cast spells on you. That'll do it. Uh-oh. Oh good, it wasn't that strong. It was pretty strong, but... Oh! Okay. Cool. Some very bad programmer. He's actually like an exceptionally good programmer. I mean, he basically single-handedly programmed the original Final Fantasy. They would have fired him into the star, but someone couldn't program the cannon correctly. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, people know the guy. His name's Nasser Gebeli or something like that. So some kind of renowned Iranian programmer who attracted the notice of Squaresoft for some reason. I don't know what else he worked on. And in both of those games, he put in weird checksums and Easter eggs to make sure his identity would be like embedded in the game. Final Fantasy I has a weird thing where the game doesn't work at all if you remove his name from the credits without a great deal of hacking around it. So that's pretty hilarious. And then Secret of Mana has this bizarre Easter egg where on any screen where your like stamina bar appears on the bottom, if you literally hit L and R on your controller at the same time 255 times but not 256, the letters NAS appear in your stamina bar. And those stand for Nasir. It's just wacky. On a related note, there's a thing about touching A and B 55 times together in Final Fantasy I. Brings up this random slide puzzle mini-game. Only when you're on the ship in the original Final Fantasy. So, I don't know. I don't know if that was just him and he's all about the Easter eggs or what. I don't know what other games he's worked on, but I would bet there's something weird about the credits. I don't want to get slaughtered by ninjas again. I wonder how I can avoid that. Okay, let's try not to get slaughtered by ninjas. That'll just be the plan here. We will reduce the number of ninjas. I expect that will help. Okay, it's not going well so far. Should have used a real cure spell. Maybe I'm a bit weak. Or maybe it's my restrictions finally coming back to bite me. Oh, that's gonna kill a lot of people. Run away. That is an idea. Well, I have the ability to disable random encounters. I just chose not to because I thought I should fight some random encounters. It turns out that random encounters cause me to die. What does the magic lady do? She hits me for 134 damage. Yeah, I got that. What else does she do? It would have been nice having snipers. I should have gone back to buy a sniper. Oh good, I got a dagger. I'm glad that I will be winning this battle. That's kind of exciting, right? Realm is pretty strong with that hulking sword. I am gaining levels, that's a treat. A couple of those will make a difference. Genji armor might also make a difference. Ooh. Genji armor is likely to make a difference. Thank you. It's nice to get a cheer for winning a battle that I should probably be able to win. Power staff. That thing has some kind of purpose. It's like a staff that gives you strength or something. It doesn't seem to teach any spells. Paintbrush. Whoops, that's a mistake. So that's if you want your white mage to be a little more offense oriented. It is generally a boost. Maybe I should use it. I like the random holy cast better. If I'm going to attack with Sabin, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, nuts. Well, at least there's treasures. Adlai Stevenson pushed me off a bridge. Red jacket, that's a nice equip. Better than the Force armor in a lot of ways. Wow, I really don't know what to do. I make these decisions all complicated. I think that magic defense is pretty important. I seem to recall the Force armor actually gives you the shell status at all times. It's a pretty big deal. So I think I'll keep that on. Oh, these assholes again. Okay. We will make them dead. This time I'm praying, but it's for a reason. It's that pray seems to kill the muddle status because of something I did. If I got hit with another one of those ninja skills right now, I'd be aced. Because you'd like to pray the ninja away. Yeah, well, you know, you can pray ancient evil alien away in Earthbound. Why wouldn't you be able to pray the ninja away? I had one class with my students so far, back from the strike. I have a schedule such that I've only had one class so far. It's kind of weird. Anyway, kind of funny. One of the things my students, one of them chooses to tell me on the first day back to class after a 5-week absence is, hey, during the strike I started playing Earthbound. I had made some Earthbound reference once during class, so a student was excited to tell me he had started playing Earthbound. We didn't get to talking about it at all. I did like that he thought that was an important thing to tell me, I guess. This level always makes me want pizza. It sounds like pizza music, you know? Is there such a thing as pizza music? Berserk Ring. So that's a replacement for an accessory that normally only benefits Relman because of a command that's not in this version of the game. And so it's a ring that keeps the wearer in Berserk state, and the idea is that it will add interest and viability to the knight or thief in the Fanatic's Tower. Wonder what these guys do. I know what most of the enemies do, by the way, ish. It's just that I'm not used to how to approach them anymore in this variant playthrough. I'm not killing them as fast as I normally would, among other issues. Chain flail, interesting. Ah, good. Sabin has very little MP, so this is timely. And there's a good chance I'll die in the next room, so that's another reason it's timely. I don't remember where the safe spots are. And there's some kind of glitch here about spaces where you die where you shouldn't die. Oh, hero ring. That's nice. I don't remember which one of these spots is safe. Is it that one? Am I squished? That was fairly close. It might not have been evident, but that was fairly close. Probably a reason why this is the only FF with crushing skill. Because they are sensitive and irregular. Yeah. However, there are lots of Final Fantasies with crushing walls, right? Lots of them. And then there's this room where I'm not going to do anything. Let's cast the warp spell. Oh, I don't have the damn warp spell. We got a contingency plan here. To our sorrow. I think that some of the Demon's Walls battle are actually pretty cool. 4 has a wall boss. 7 has a wall boss. I forget if 9 did. But there was a bunch of them in 12. I don't know about a bunch. There were at least 2 in 12. There weren't in 10. But Demon's Wall is a fairly notable recurring thing. Okay, what should I do? Phoenix Cave? More Narsh stuff? I could get Cyan, but I don't really care. Maybe we should do Phoenix Cave. That'll be an adventure. Oh, you know what we should do? Forget Phoenix Cave. As long as... Well, actually, let's pick a perfect team. Let's do our best to pick a perfect team. I just unequipped everyone. Let's, This is not a perfect team, but it's close. Okay. Let's see if we can get a perfect team. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing yet. Yeah, okay. So let's hunt Doomgaze, Deathgaze, whatever he's called. And the reason I suggest that at this particular juncture is getting Magicite is nice, because a lot of my black mages have learned all the spells. A lot of my mages have learned just about every spell. Accumulating a few espers will be a good thing. As a bonus feature. Yeah. As a bonus... Where was I going with that bonus feature? Crap. Why do I say things? I happen to have a character in each role that doesn't have a level as a multiple of 5. So in a way, we're going to be a little bit more safe from some of the deathiness of the enemy known as Doomgaze. Deathiness. That's my new word of the day. Guess it's marginally better just in case he ends up fighting. You're gonna use these. You're gonna use these as usual. we can kind of outfit like this. And you can... that's kind of pointless for this. What should I do with this guy? Any ideas? Probably a safety bit would be a smart thing to do. And, anything else applicable here? I guess I can always throw Hermes shoes on him. Never really goes to waste. Okay, we're going to attempt to fight Doomgaze. That involves flying around waiting to die. Ish. So we should probably start up a conversation here. Someone bring up some useful topic, because we're going to be flying in straight lines for a long time. You're going to bed? Forget you. You can't do that. I have to fly in straight lines. I guess I said I was going to stay for an hour at 9:50, didn't I? I'll probably go to bed reasonably soon, but let's try killing Doomgaze first. Yeah, you can go to bed if you want. I have at least someone else here to keep me company, if they are so inclined. No, I am not the boss of you, and tomorrow is your birthday. It is a big day. You should get your beauty sleep. Do you sleep in your birthday suit? I don't need to know the answer to that. I don't want to know the answer to that. Happy birthday. I seem to have taken a bad angle because I flew around the world and didn't encounter Doomgaze. It happens. It happens a lot. Yeah, I'm good with that. See you, Bran. So it makes sense to me that flying in slightly off-axis... Hey, it worked. Straight lines would be the best way to find Doomgaze. As I said, that makes a sort of sense to me. Deathiness. There's deathitude in the air. Oh, it would have been good to go and buy a sniper. Snipers would have been great for this fight. What am I thinking? The answer is I am not thinking. Ooh, he's strong. Well, that's going to be pretty strong, yeah. That's not super cool. Well, I mean, it was literally super cool. Anyway, I was going to say something about flying in straight lines as opposed to flying around randomly. Flying around randomly seems more fun. I don't know. Is he going to kill me? I know that it's in his name, but I kind of didn't expect it. Well, if he runs away and I get to fight him again, I'm going to come back with snipers. Oh. This would be a great time for you to get scared and run away, Deathgaze. Why did I have Gao attack? Oh, okay. Perfect. Deathiness. Suddenly, the deathiness has been reduced. Let's go get a sniper. Watch this, I ran into him right away again. Right again. We might also kind of want a crystal sword in the short term. I'm not sure. Lights out. There's a few games where some people are very particular about finding free places to get healed. I don't particularly mind the 250 gold to pay for that, but when I play Phantasy Star 4, it's true that I try to go back to the spaceports for free heals. Okay, here we go. I set a very slight angle and fly straight. This is the best way to find Death Gaze, right? Without some kind of oracle. I think maybe what I'll do after this is set up like a Twitter poll to figure out what I should do next. Because, I mean, I've got options. I'm kind of delaying getting Locke and Cyan and Shadow because their levels don't matter. They can't be stat maxed in this version of the game with my tweaks. So I kind of don't care if I get them really late and they join at a high level. In fact, it's to my advantage, right? So I'm kind of trying to put off recruiting Locke, Shadow, and Cyan. Cyan, in part, it's that although the World of Ruin points you toward him pretty quickly, and Mount Zozo is a nice dungeon with some good equipment, the Storm Dragon is a little ahead of his time, and I wasn't sure I could do Storm Dragon when that time came up. I don't know. I like the idea of getting Locke, because, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff behind getting Locke. There's a lot more I could do in Narsh. So maybe I'll make a poll, kind of what should I do next? Mount Zozo, Phoenix down, Phoenix Cave, go down to the Phoenix Cave, Narsh, or what was the other thing I just said? There's not really anything associated with Shadow. I already did Cave in the Veld. Phoenix Cave, Mount Zozo, Narsh. Those are kind of the options. And then after that, I'll do Fanatic's Tower toward the end. I'll do the Underground Castle. I guess I can do that whenever I want. Maybe I should do that next. There's a couple Espers in there, too. Well, 1.5? Lots of good gear there. I should go there. I should do that. And then Narsh, when you factor in the fact that Umero's Cave is there. Different things. I think I got at least one person still joining in. My display hasn't updated to show me who's actually with me. But is there anything you particularly care to see in the near future? Now I can't find the guy. You remember that episode of The Office where the video from the DVD player, the logo is bouncing around the screen and everyone gets excited for when it bounces directly into the corner? You think Phoenix Cave next, eh? Anyway, I'm just thinking about how exciting it'll be when there's no full-screen minimap in this game, huh? What game am I thinking of where there's a full-screen minimap? Anyway, nice to hit the corner precisely. Especially if I start flying like this or something. Like, man, when that hits that exact corner, that's gonna be so sweet. Oh, it'll take a long time. I can tell you, this is the single best stream you can see on Twitch right now. You will not find any streams better than the one where the idiot flies at a diagonal, waiting for the airship to fly into the corner of the minimap. Got super low resolution, by the way. Oh, hey. I didn't equip the sniper. Ah. That was stupid. Kill him, Gao. Kill him. Maybe I should whip out some shells, too, eh? Does slow never work on him? I feel like I can usually get slow to stick on many bosses in this game. Many, but not all. Well, that's rotten. That is also rotten. Let's get our white mage back in here. Well, golly, this is pretty sucky so far. Can I run? I lucked out there. He got scared of looking at Apier's butt trying to run away. I call that lucky. That's kind of strange, right? I wonder if the inn costs are significantly lower in the World of Ruin. I don't think I've ever paid attention to that. But you would think that the tourism industry would be suffering somewhat, so... 350 gold. It's actually more expensive here than in the posh town. I wonder how many people have expressed concern for the tourism industry in this game where Kefka's taken over the world. That last battle didn't go well. What can we do to make it go better? We got force armor on Edgar. We need some shell somehow. Relics aren't going to give us shell. Unless we had guard bracelets or pod bracelets or... The first one went reasonably well. I did a lot of damage. If I had done Phoenix Cave and I had access to Fire 3, you know, maybe I should go and get Tritosh. Valagarmanda. Let's break out the shell. So Force Shield gives you shell, Force Armor does not, but I do believe it resists some elements or something. We're going to want to heal from that. Oh. Jeez Louise. Come on, man. Ugh. You would think Albrook, which is the first town you can encounter in the World of Ruin, would not have an especially expensive inn. How do you get to it is one thing. Oh yeah, that's the one that General Leo sets you up in. The one where you have your emotional scene with Celes, where she has the dialogue capacity of Squall. 300 gold. I think these are just World of Balance prices, right? They just don't seem to change. It should be noted, my characters don't have access to elemental shields, with the exception of Edgar, because he's a knight, and he is using his weapon with 2 hands for improved damage, and it usually pays off. Thief has access to Buckler. It's kind of an expectation in this game, so I weaseled it. Thieves have bucklers in Final Fantasy I. That was kind of the thinking there. But my mages have no shields, and this is a game where shields matter a great deal. And that's probably why I'm seeing the damage step up so much in the game right now, especially the elemental damage is pretty darn heavy. Normally you would be somewhat protected against it, because in the mid-World of Ruin, once you got your wings basically, you tend to have access to fire shields, ice shields, and thunder shields. Thunder shields are pretty awesome on the defense. I got one in the Zone Eater dungeon. Well, now I'm finding him nice and fast, which is both good and bad because he likes to kill me. Here we go again. Yeah, round 4. This is going to take a while. My damage isn't really that high without, you know, 3rd level elementals and such. And Aura Bolt and Bum Rush. I could go get Bum Rush. Well, that was a little less desperate, but still not super successful. I bet you guys can heal me for cheap. They can heal me for cheap. Wonder why that is. They probably hire that kid who can cast Cure. He comes over, heals you up. They don't even have to change the beds if you're only there for a few minutes, right? No one gets too concerned about whether their linens are clean in this game, do they? I'm curious about the rune staff, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. But let's grab one for funsies. What is it, like silence or something? This is funny because I made the hack, right? I just don't remember what I did or why. I seem to have left the description the way it was. Maybe I should have Sabin attack, because, you know, he is the holy staff. And if he gets off at casting of holy, it's gonna cause some havoc. In a good way. Good havoc. Where are some other espers I could grab pretty easily? Any ideas there? Phoenix. Odin. If I did Narsh, I could get up to 3, depending on the order. I could get Ragnarok if I did it after Locke. I would get Tirato, and I would get Velagar Manda. That sounds pretty valuable, actually. A couple level 3s would really make a difference to my Doomgaze action. I think I'll definitely do Narsh before Phoenix Cave. I like your... I respect that you said Phoenix Cave would be interesting, and I think it will be. I like multi-party parts, and I don't think... I was thinking I might Moogle Charm my way through it, but I don't think I will. But I think I'll want to get Valagar Manda before I do Phoenix Cave, strictly for learning the higher level spells. That'll be valuable. Oh, it didn't quite hit them. I rotated it a little more there, you know, just in case the current arc was going over the same path. I don't want to be off track from getting Death Gaze for long. You know, it hadn't been long waits the last couple times. You know what's strange? Those airship sequences in the ending, where there's very little water and large expanses of land. And it can kind of be explained away by saying, like, it's kind of a close-up view where the world map operates as a macro view of what's actually a very large world. And I get that, but it still seems strange. It would have been pretty easy for them to have the airship flying over the actual world map, I think. I don't know. I don't program a lot of Super Nintendo games. This one's taking longer. I don't know. Maybe I should go do something else. Or go to bed. That's another option. Hey. It'd be really nice if you died here, Death Gaze. Give it some consideration. How many parts of the world look like mouths? Well, yeah, Serpent Trench looks like an actual serpent, mouth and all, right? I wonder how close we are. We're getting some good sniper hits in. That's nice. Oh. Ooh. Darn. That one went a little... That went sort of well, right? And, bonus, I'm close to Thamaza. 1 gold, I can afford that. If you were operating a hotel, and you were going to let people stay at the hotel for, say, $1 or a cent, or a peso, and someone came in with 0, I was going to ask some theoretical question about you wouldn't actually turn them away, right? But, you know, there was a time when $1 was worth a considerable amount. During, like, the 1870s, $1 was a day's salary, right? So, a reasonably good day's salary, it should be noted. Inflation is a strange thing. I'm not super well versed in economics. I don't think I've ever had a great explanation of why inflation is a thing. I wonder if it's the same as, you know, power creep in Final Fantasy Record Keeper and other such things. Freemium power creep. Is it a good analogy for the world economy? And does inflation happen in every open fictional economy? Or not even open ones? Like, well, I get closed economy can't exactly have inflation, can it? I don't know any, like I know a bunch of economics professors, but I don't think any of them play a lot of video games. I'd be interested to know the takes on some of those questions. I don't talk to people who study economics very often. That's probably almost intentional. No offense to all the economics majors listening. I've got a close friend who has a math degree, but he's ended up just being a programmer, so... In the financial sector. Maybe I should ask him. Your height never matters in this game, right? In Final Fantasy VII, at least there's the illusion it matters because your airship goes up and down over mountains, but I don't believe your height helps you with finding or not finding Doom Gaze, Death Gaze. It doesn't help you land more effectively or anything. I don't believe it affects your speed, although it looks like it, doesn't it? So how many mouths do you see? There's two that seem really obvious to me, right? Who would win? The continent the Colosseum continent or the Serpent Trench continent? Hey, fun fact, if you didn't realize how many parts of the world map look like mouths, and I am talking vanilla here, the Colosseum is called Dragon's Neck Colosseum. Did you realize that? So it's actually because that part of the continent looks like a dragon, and the Colosseum is actually on its neck. So in vanilla, it's called Dragon's Neck Colosseum, and it's literally on the dragon's neck. That's actually pretty cool, right? I almost wonder if that's a Woolseyism, but I can't imagine he would have inserted something like that. There are some liberties, but I don't think that's one of them. Hey, if I do each of the parts in this song a cappella while it's playing, I'll be able to like piece them back together later in some capture software and have an actual complete a cappella version of this song, right? That sounds pretty good. Do 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 do. Maybe not my best plan. That interests me. You know what? There's Smooth McGroove, right? Popular YouTube personality who does multi-part a cappella versions of popular video game songs. Mostly. Also, Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips. That's basically the repertoire there. Which is cool. It's super cool. But I kind of had the idea for the same thing. Like, it's easy to say that, I guess. But I kind of thought about doing it. For a while, I was fairly in practice as a bit of an amateur vocalist. Not so much now. Yeah, finally. Sorry, you were sick of listening to me. Let's try saving Gao and see what happens. He's not exactly my best damage dealer, but when the sniper kicks in, he does well. Hey, that almost, I guess, in a way, was a good thing. No! You asshole. Why you gotta flee? Relax for a spell. That's another clever one. Seeing as the same turn of phrase doesn't exist in Japanese, I wonder if that was a Woolseyism. My bet is yes in that case. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. I think of Doomgaze as being a pretty easy thing. Technically, oh, I guess Vanish Doom is fixed on this. I was like, wait a minute, I have Vanish and I have Doom. They're on the same character. It would make it slightly more hard to Vanish Doom, but still in play, but I don't believe it. I think it's been bug fixed in the base Ted Woolsey Uncensored patch. See, now I kind of need to go to bed, but I kind of feel like I shouldn't do that until I beat Doomgaze, so that's what's going to happen. Doomgaze will be beaten. Deathgaze. The guy who gazes with the kind of bad thing that results in perishing glance, I think he's called. Perry for short. Be nice to look at the different landforms since they came up for a little bit, but if I stay in relatively straight lines, I'm more likely to find them quicker. And it worked right when I said it. You know what? That's happened more than once. I should probably just keep talking about how I'm going to find him quickly. It seems to be the key. Let's just heal and have people not die. Oh, hey, yay! That was kind of anticlimactic. He got hit with violence and died. Quickly. Well, that's nice. I think what we're going to do next is Narsh. And what team are we going to take there? Any suggestions for team? I think I've got significant lag right now. I think on the order of 30 seconds or so. So maybe I'll just do this really slowly. But if you have suggestions for a team, I welcome them. I got Relm and Edgar for knights. Relm needs the levels marginally more. Otherwise, there's like no difference. I only have one thief, so Gao's in. I have all the casters. The black mage who needs the most love still seems to be Mog. I don't intend to get Umaro, but I could take any of them, really. And White Mage? I think Sellers needs the least learning. Strago probably needs the most. I think if I were making the team, though, I'm happy to accept your input. Maybe I'd pick Setzer because he's lowest level. It's fairly arbitrary, but I think that would be a reasonably good team for Narsh. There's no level 5 death there. Any feedback on that? Should I switch my team up? Do either of these guys need to learn Warp? Oh, Strago does. I don't remember what the... Party members who were considered weak in vanilla. Well, see, that's kind of funny. You get into all kinds of arguments with that. Most people would agree that the worst character in vanilla is Cyan, who is still, like, cool and a likable character. Any character's fine in vanilla, but yeah. So I'll stick with what I got if no one takes issue with that. And yeah, Gygus Glove, Hyper Wrist. We'll stick with the high damage knight model. You can go back and still have an effective steel command, I guess. You may as well be immune to status and have upgraded power. And you may as well be all about power. Espers. White Mage. You were learning Unicorn or something here. Maybe you can learn something more useful. That's a good one. How about you? Maybe he has everything. He's got one thing he can learn, really. Oh, and Bahamut. Yeah, screw this. That'll be good. That'll be good. Hope he wasn't in the front row for like the whole game. Okay. That will be my party for a little sojourn into Narsh, and then we'll do Phoenix Cave after that. But that'll be next time. That was just us getting geared up. We're gonna walk in here and at the very least get Valagar Manda. But probably it would be smart to also get Terato. And I think that'll be doable. We'll see. Anyway, I don't know if your name is if I would be pronouncing it MacLear, but thanks for joining me and Brian earlier. That was good fun. Glad to be on a little bit again, but I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you. Have a good night. Can I host someone? Do I know someone good here? We got somebody I kinda know playing Wild Arms 3. I don't wanna watch Wild Arms 3. What else we got? Oh, an actual blind playthrough. Isn't that interesting? Maybe we'll give them a shot. Yeah, let's do that. Good night. Thank you.